So, good afternoon, students. In the continuation of your class 8 science subject, in the second chapter, we have discussed that the different types of microorganism, that is how they are originated, their introduction, and the different activities regarding that. Okay, here in this second class, we will discuss about the different kinds of microorganisms. This is the different kinds of microorganisms. So we have discussed that microorganisms are unicellular organisms and multicellular organisms, but these are not visible with this naked eye. Then how it is visible? With the help of this microscope. That's why they are called this microorganism. So different categories of this microorganisms, it is given over here. It is the bacteria, then fungi, then protozoans, then algae and viruses. Okay, so these are the different categories of these microorganisms, out of which some are that are unicellular and some are multicellular. So students, first we will discuss what are unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular means they will be consist of single cell. These are the organisms made up of only single cell. Like the bacteria, different protozoans, they belong to this category of this unicellular organisms. Means they are made up of single cell. Okay. On the other hand, this multicellular organisms, they are made up of many cells. Multicellular means made up of this. Multi means many. They are made up of many cells. Okay, so these microorganisms that will be multicellular organisms, they will be made up of many cells, like some algae, some fungi. They belong to this multicellular organisms. Okay, so these different kinds of microorganisms that we are going to discuss over here, they will belong to either this unicellular or multicellular. Either this bacteria are only this unicellular. Okay, then it is the fungi. Some fungi are unicellular, some are multicellular. Protozoans, these are mostly unicellular. Algae, some are unicellular and some are multicellular. And the viruses, these are also unicellular. Okay, but one thing is common between these all, these are microorganisms. These all are microorganisms. Okay, so here this is written, these viruses are the smallest of all microorganisms. Like these days we are here with one microorganism, that is corona, and it is a virus family. It belongs to virus family. Corona is a virus family. So viruses are, it is the smallest of all microorganisms. They are quite different from other microorganisms. Why it is so? Because they have a speciality. They are considered this neither living nor non-living things. Viruses are the connecting link between this living or non-living thing. Viruses, these are because when they are present in air, then they are called as particles. They will consider this particles, means they will be non-living thing. But when they will enter any cell, then they will start to grow and start to work as this living thing. Okay, so what conclusion we made over here? With the viruses, they need a living cell for their growth. Otherwise, they will act as this non-living component. Okay, so these viruses are unique because of this character, because they are non-living when they are not in any living cell. Means they need a living cells to grow. Okay, as soon as they will enter in a cell, they will start to grow. So these viruses are different. Okay, so viruses are smallest of all microorganisms. They are quite different from other microorganisms. Strictly speaking, they cannot be grouped along with these living things and microorganisms. They lie on a borderline dividing of living things from the non-living things. They are the connecting link. We can say they are connecting link of this living and non-living thing. Reason we had already discussed. Okay, so this is the case of this viruses. Now there are different microbiology we had discussed. It is the study of science of study to microorganisms. Microorganisms, this is called this microbiology. Okay, the study of microorganism is called microbiology. So that we had discussed the different microorganisms, different categories. So their study will be also termed as this different names. That the study of bacteria is known as this bacteriology. Study of viruses it is known as this virology. Study of protozoa, it is called this protozoology. Study of algae, it is called this phycology, and study of fungi, it is called this mycology. Okay, so these are the different branch of microbiology. These are the different branches of microbiology. Depending upon the study of the different types of microorganisms, we can name this branch of science. Okay, then where do microorganisms live? That we had already discussed. They can be present in everywhere. They can found everywhere in all the conditions. Like they can be present in air, water, soil, plant, inside bodies, and everywhere, and in the different types of climate and temperature, like extremely harsh environment condition like hot springs, desert soil, saline water, ice cold water, marshy land. They can be found everywhere. Okay, here the viruses lack the feature of that we had already discussed. Here it is written the microorganisms in the structure may be unicellular or multicellular, that we had already discussed. Unicellular means made up of single cell. It is the unicellular, and it is made up of the different cells. Then it is called this multicellular. It is called this multicellular. So there are different categories of the microorganisms that are belonging to there. It is unicellular or multicellular microorganisms. Okay, like here it is written unicellular microorganisms. So plants like the algae, fungi, bacteria, these all are unicellular, like this Chlamydomonas, chlorella, yeast, it is the fungi. All these are unicellular microorganisms, but they belong to this plant category. Then animals, that different protozoans, they belong to this plant category, but all are unicellular. Unicellular, I hope it is clear, made up of single cell. Okay, then there are multicellular microorganisms like algae. Here it is algae, but these are unicellular, but these algae are multicellular, like Volvox, Spirogyra, Nostoc, these are multicellular. Then fungi, that bread mold, Aspergillus, Penicillium, these are fungi. These are multicellular microorganisms, but still they all are microorganisms, means still they are not visible with our naked eyes. Okay, students, so here some discoveries are given, that is the different contribution of the different science in the field of this microbiology. Okay, so here it is written Robert Hooke discovered Koch cell, that you will be aware about that, and bacteria, spermatozoans, using his own crude microscope. He was the first who stated about this cells. Okay, then he studied about this bacteria and spermatozoans. Then Antonio von Leeuwenhoek, that we have discussed, because he discussed his simple microscope, and due to which he was able to study about the structure of microorganisms. Then Louis Pasteur, very important name is that, discovered the process of fermentation. It is the process of fermentation is what? Fermentation is the process of conversion glucose into sugar. Sorry, this alcohol. It is in the alcohol. With the help of this microorganism, that is yeast. With the help of this yeast, he has converted this glucose or sugar into alcohol. This process is known as fermentation. So he has used which microorganism? It is fungi. It is very important thing. Then this proved the theory of spontaneous generation. Spontaneous generation, earlier it was believed that the living things that are present, they are originated from some non-living things. So this is called this spontaneous generation. So he disproved this theory of spontaneous generation. Then Robert Koch He gave the germ theory of diseases, means different germs that are responsible for the different types of diseases, like tuberculosis caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis, and anthrax by Bacillus anthracis. Okay, and then Alexander Fleming, he is known as the father of vaccine, and he has invented a vaccine, that is penicillin, the first antibiotic that is discovered, and this is Penicillium notatum. It was a fungus. Okay, then this was this antibiotic. Okay, then it is written microorganisms are also present on dead and decaying organic matter. These are called as, in class 7 we have discussed these things, these are called this decomposers. These are decomposers because of the nutrition is this type. They are heterotropic nutrition. Okay, so these are decomposers, and microorganisms like amoeba can live alone, while other bacteria, fungi may live in colonies. Okay, some microorganisms are parasites that we have discussed, that live on the body of other organism and take their nutrition from there. These are parasites. Okay, so these are the different feeding habits of the different microorganisms. Here you can see the different types of microorganisms along with this their diagram. These are the family of this bacteria. These are the different families of fungi. Okay, these are the different families of protozoans. These are amoeba, paramecium, euglena, trypanosoma. Here it is the algae, different types of algae is represented over, and these are viruses. This figure that resemble these days virus, it is this family of COVID. It belongs to the family of this COVID. Okay, then there are certain activities that is regarding with this chapter. Like here is the first activity, that is the different bacteria that are present in our bodies. Like here you will go through this activity, then you will come to know that certain bacteria are also present in our mouth and in our body also. So some are useful and some are harmful for us. Okay, here it is written that allow cooked potato and other vegetables in rot in water, means rotting is done by this microorganism. This process is done with the help of this microorganism. So all these microorganisms are useful as well as harmful for us. Like this decomposition process, it is done by the microorganisms, so it is beneficial for us. Different bacteria living in our body, these are also useful for us. Then the bacteria that are causing diseases to us, these are harmful bacteria or harmful microorganisms called as germs. Okay, now there is some oral question. Name two categories of microorganisms. So we had discussed the different categories, like this bacteria, fungi, virus, alga, and so on. So you can write any two. Okay, name two industries where the given microorganism is used. It is the yeast. So we had discussed it is used in the fermentation process, and it is used in the different industries like this beverages industries, alcoholic beverages, and it is used for making bread. Okay, so that is the use of this micro